I think we need to think about what's gonna happen if this whole thing goes to hell.
Weyland-Yutani is a feared name in the Alien and Predator universe, a corporation that has manipulated events in its obsession with power and control. Known simply as the Company, it is remembered as an entity more powerful than any government that has existed on Earth. For decades, Weyland-Yutani has launched many secretive and dangerous missions, but none as dangerous as risking human lives to capture the ultimate creature, the Xenomorph. But what if a young prodigy creates new technology that threatens Weyland-Yutani's power over the world? I'm still here alone and stranded inside my gloomy spaceship. And so in this video, I'll be discussing everything we know so far about the only company capable of challenging Weyland-Yutani, Prodigy, the rival company that seeks to transcend what it means to be human. So Prodigy Corp, what happened to it? There are no traces of this company in any other Alien property, almost as if they never existed. Prodigy founder Boy Cavalere, born in 2095, is the smartest kid of his time, but very few people can understand him. It's said that Boy Cavalere founded his company when he was just a teenager, and with his supposed technological advances, he became the youngest trillionaire in the world, leading his company to break all stock market records. His greatest achievement was his secret experiment in combining human consciousness with technology, and he has recently succeeded in transferring a human mind into a synthetic body. Now that his advances in biotechnology and consciousness transference have finally become a reality, they pose a major threat to the mega corporation that had dominated the world for decades, Weyland-Yutani. But is Boy Cavalere that much of a threat? How can this brilliant kid be that dangerous to a company the size of Weyland-Yutani? The key lies in the differences between the two companies. Weyland-Yutani is a family-owned empire, passed down through generations of Yutani.
Mr. Morrow.
Who is this?
Do you have my specimens?
I need to speak with Yutani. I have code word clearance.
This is her. Ah, I see. Yes. You used to know my grandmother. It's been 65 years, Mr. Morrow. I run the enterprise today.
On the other hand, Prodigy Corp wasn't born as a family company, but as a project whose purpose is to gain something beyond corporate power or money, human immortality. No other company is even close to achieving such a feat. While Weyland-Yutani deals in weapons, space exploration, transport, and planetary colonization, Prodigy promises a future where people, starting with children with terminal illnesses, can cheat death.
Joe, when I was sick, the boy genius came to visit me, and he told Daddy that he could help me, but I had to go away. So they took me to live with Kirsch and Dame Sylvia.
Boy Cavalere is like a tech guru, capable of giving a second chance at life to those at death's door. It's not surprising how Prodigy managed to position itself so quickly on the stock market, since most of the world's richest people immediately began investing in the company, hoping that they too could achieve immortality. The promise that Boy Cavalere sold to the world was accepted with much enthusiasm, and this made the boy the face of the future of science and the newest threat to the established megacorporations that had controlled the world since before he was born. For Weyland-Yutani and other similar corporations, ownership and board seats are passed down from generation to generation within the same family. But Prodigy is Boy Cavalere's alone, and if he perfects his technology, he could transfer his consciousness into a synthetic body and remain CEO forever. Do you know what it means for rival companies if Boy Cavalere, whose company has grown in a short time and that competes with Weyland-Yutani, becomes immortal? It would be game over for Weyland-Yutani.
I'd like permission to send a team, secure the ship, and remove what's ours.
I'm afraid I can't allow that just yet.
And I'm afraid I must insist.
I don't have to remind you that any incursion on a Prodigy territory will be construed as a hostile act.
So what is this series really about? Monsters or immortality?
You're going to be the first person to transition from a human body to a synthetic.
Because I'm special.
That's right. You're very, very special.
This isn't another alien story of xenomorphs versus humans. It's a war of ideologies amidst humanity's first extraterrestrial contact with the Xenos. In any other situation, humanity would be preparing for this new threat, sending its best scientists to the ship that crashed in Prodigy City for study and defense. But the interests of the megacorporations have hijacked public properties and become an even greater threat than the xenomorphs. Ideologies that are now at war, and only one can survive. The story of Alien Earth isn't just about the fight against the xenomorphs or the emergence of a new synthetic. It's much deeper than that. It's the existential struggle to transcend death. Boy Cavalere managed to make his company take off in the stock market because he captured the attention of the world by offering the most desired thing any human wants: immortality. Such a thing should be recorded in the history books of science and technology post-Alien 1979, but it's not. It's as if Prodigy never existed. So what happened to this company? Did someone erase it from history? There are three possibilities as to why Prodigy and Boy Cavalere are never referenced. The first is that Weyland-Yutani won the war against Prodigy. They absorbed the company and all its assets, and banned the use of consciousness transference, reserving it solely for the company's private usage. This scenario fits perfectly with the company's history and the films, from Alien 1979, when the android Ash prioritized the capture of the xenomorph, to Aliens and Alien 3, when the corporation used humans as expendable assets to ensure the capture of the perfect organism. In Prometheus, Peter Weyland goes as far as to fund an expedition in the hopes of finding the secret to eternal life. That same obsession would lead the company to absorb and hide Prodigy's technology, using it only for the rich and the privileged. The second possibility is that Prodigy never created the technology Cavalere promised, that everything he sold was snake oil, a carefully crafted illusion. The so-called consciousness transference may never have existed. What Prodigy could have created was artificial intelligence programmed to believe that they were human, copying, not transferring the memories and personalities of humans. In other words, the Lost Boys weren't children that were saved from death, but synthetic replicas, machines that think they are human. This would explain why the technology disappears from the rest of the franchise. It never worked, as Cavalere claimed. What initially seemed like the greatest advancement in human history turned into a technological bubble, fueled by the rich people desperate to buy the promise of immortality. And that bubble eventually burst. When the truth came out that no one had conquered death, that it was all a facade, confidence in Prodigy collapsed. Investors withdrew, the company's stock value plummeted, and it was erased from history.
I'm worried. I mean, if we did this wrong, best case, we got a bunch of AIs running around thinking that they're human. Worst case, we killed 6 kids.
And the final possibility as to why Prodigy is never mentioned is that Alien Earth is an alternate timeline, where a new corporation emerges with the opportunity to overthrow Weyland-Yutani. So what do you think? What happened to Prodigy? Did the company just disappear? Did Weyland-Yutani acquired Prodigy and erased it from history? Or is this show in an alternate universe? I'm a Gloomy Geek, and don't forget to like and subscribe.